Yul Brynner was known for his commanding presence, iconic bald head, and unforgettable roles in films like The King, and I, and The 10 Commandments. He was a man who exuded confidence and control both on and off the screen, often leaving a lasting impression on colleagues and audiences alike. But beneath that stoic and powerful image was a man not easily crossed. Though Brynner worked with many of Hollywood's biggest stars, there was one co-star, in particular, he genuinely could not stand, and the animosity was mutual, though few ever guessed it. During the filming of The Magnificent Seven, a legendary Western packed with Hollywood heavyweights, tensions ran high between Brynner and his co-star Steve McQueen. On screen, the two played heroic figures, fighting side by side, but behind the scenes, a fierce rivalry brewed. Brynner, who had Toppy, billing and considered himself the leader of the cast, quickly grew irritated by McQueen's constant efforts to upstage him. McQueen, a rising star known for his rebellious spirit, was not one to fade into the background. Even in scenes where Brynner was supposed to be the focus, McQueen would fidget with his hat, adjust his gun belt, or find ways to draw the camera's attention. All subtle but deliberate moves to shift the spotlight. Brynner, a perfectionist and a man used to control, saw this as a threat. His hatred for McQueen didn't stem from one explosive incident, but rather a slow-burning resentment that built up over the course of the film. Crew members recalled Brynner becoming increasingly irritated by McQueen's antics, feeling disrespected by what he saw as juvenile attempts at one-upmanship. Despite their professional performances, the tension was palpable to those behind the scenes. Interestingly, this rivalry was not fueled solely by ego, but also by insecurity. McQueen, still establishing himself as a major star at the time, felt he had to assert his presence against someone as dominant as Brynner. Brynner, in turn, felt undermined and refused to let anyone challenge his authority on set. The clash of personalities was inevitable. Both men were strong-willed, proud, and determined to leave their mark. But there was only room for one alpha on set, and that created a hostile undercurrent throughout production. Years later, McQueen reportedly admitted that he had deliberately tried to steal scenes from Brynner, partly out of admiration and partly out of competition. Brynner, however, never forgave him. Even after the film's success and the recognition it brought to both actors, Brynner harbored a grudge that lingered long after the cameras stopped rolling. What made their feud all the more surprising to fans was how seamlessly they worked together on screen. Their chemistry and intensity made The Magnificent Seven a classic, which just goes to show that sometimes the best performances come from the most complicated dynamics. Brynner's hatred for McQueen may have been hidden from the public eye at the time, but behind every glare and every word, there was a story of rivalry that added a whole new layer of drama to an already iconic film.